Okay, in this video, I'm gonna be answering all the questions you have about the NineSky dehumidifier. I was gifted this by the brand and I've been testing it for a pretty good amount of time now, so I feel like I can really dive into this, answer your questions, and let you know whether I think that this was worth the purchase. All right, so let's just go ahead and dive right into it. The first and most important question is, what kind of space is this meant for? Now, the brand says that this, even though it is so small in size, can dehumidify up to 1,000 square feet. So I brought it down to my basement, which is just about that size, and put it to the test. Now, for reference, my basement is fully underground, very dark, very damp. I have had this running in my basement specifically for the last 5 days, and it finally auto turned off this morning to let me know that the tank was full. So in about 5 days, the tank, which holds 95 ounces, was totally filled and ready to be emptied. The next question you might be having is, how simple is this to empty? When I tell you that this is just the matter of simply pulling out the water tank in the back, taking off the lid and emptying it out, and putting the lid back on, it really is that simple. It takes a matter of seconds. And like I said, this is the water storage tank, holds 95 ounces of water. Okay. The next question you might be asking is, how is the noise on this? Maybe you plan on using this in your bedroom or in an area of your house where you don't want a lot of noise pollution. Let's go ahead and take a listen. As you can see, it's really not much louder than maybe a fan. And the sound runs so quietly because this runs on semiconductor cooling as opposed to a compressor. So you're not going to get that really obtrusive sound that a lot of other dehumidifiers are making. The next question you might have is, does this have an auto turn-off feature? I am happy to note that this does have an auto turn-off feature. As a matter of fact, I came down this morning and it was off after running it for, like I said, those 5 days down here in my basement. However, there is this window here on the front of the device, and also the back of the device is clear. So whether you are looking at this from the front or the back, you can get a quick visual assessment of how filled this is without necessarily pulling out that tank. Really a great feature to have. How often are you needing to empty out the tank is probably another question you're asking. Obviously, that is going to be dependent on the size of the space you're in, the humidity level of the space you are in. So like I said, for reference, I am in a fully underground basement in northern New Jersey. In the middle of the summer, this filled up in 5 days, filled up the 95-ounce tank. Let's go ahead and talk about the design and some of the other really cool features that this has. So as you can see, it really looks super modern, super sleek, and really nice, but it takes it a step further. Right now, it is on, the light feature is turned on. And while I know it's bright in here, I'm gonna go ahead and show you what this looks like with the lights off. This will actually circulate among 7 different LED colors. So if you're looking to add a little pizzazz to the room you're in, this will cycle through some colors and just add a little ambiance to your space. Now, if there's a particular color you really like, you can go ahead and hit that light button a second time and it will pause on the color it is currently on. I love this pink color it's at right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit that light button again and it will now be paused on this really beautiful magenta pink color that it is set to right now. Of course, if you don't want any lighting, there is a nighttime mode. Okay, so if you hit the nighttime mode, the lighting goes off entirely, thus eliminating your light pollution if you are trying to avoid that. So in summary, do I think this was worth the purchase? Absolutely. Again, I absolutely love the way it looks. I love that it's small in size and that I can use this in smaller spaces of my home if I choose to. I love the features like the nighttime mode and the LED cycling. I love that I can see the water tank from the front and the back. Just overall, very much so worth it, great value, highly recommend.